Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is kind of going to be like last video that I filmed. I don't know when exactly this is going up, but it's going to be another tips video. Instead of first trimester tips, it's going to be a morning sickness tip video though. So hopefully this will be helpful to a lot of you out there. I know most women or girls or whatever you want to say have morning sickness. So I'm not going to ramble for the intro of this video. I'm just going to get right to it. I think I went over 7 tips in my other videos, so that's what I'm going to do in this video as well. And once again, I have them all written down. So if I look down at any point in time, I'm looking at this book right here. So don't think I'm crazy. That's just what I'm doing. So the first tip that I have is to eat smaller meals, but eat them more often. I've learned that instead of eating 3 meals a day, if I eat like 5 meals a day, but they're not as big as the 3 meals a day would be, it's way better because I personally get fuller faster. So eating smaller meals is better because you can eat more often to make sure you always have things in your stomach and you're not filling yourself up and feeling like you need to vomit to begin with. Plus, that feeling on top of the morning sickness feeling is not fun. So eating smaller meals spread throughout the day more often during the day is the way to go, because it will help you in the long run with like the being full aspect of everything. Another thing that I have learned works for me is if you eat crackers in the morning, like as soon as you get out of bed, honestly, maybe even before you get out of bed, if you just keep them on your nightstand next to your bed, and also drinking cold water. Cold water. It has to be cold, at least for me. I think that works best because just for some reason, like room temperature water, I don't know. It doesn't feel as like soothing going down as cold water. I don't know. I'm weird, but definitely eat crackers and drink cold water because like I said before, getting something in your stomach is better than not having anything at all. So doing that before you get up and get moving throughout the day and like mixing up your stomach and stuff, that can definitely help you prolong the feeling fine before the vomiting comes as far as morning sickness goes. Thing number 3 that I have read on my pregnancy app that I have. A lot of people say that they feel sicker when they take their prenatal vitamins. So a tip that I've seen a lot is taking them before you go to bed. That way, once they already are starting to kick in, hopefully you've already like faded off into sleep. So if they were to make you feel nauseous, you wouldn't even realize because you would be sleeping through it. So if your prenatal vitamins make you feel nauseous, then maybe that's something that you should try to see if it'll work for you. Personally, the ones that I take, I don't think they've made me feel nauseous at all. I don't know if that's just because it's me or the certain ones that I'm taking. If you're wondering the ones that I'm taking, it's the 1-a-day gummies. They're terrible. Don't buy them. I think they taste like dog food, but they definitely don't make me feel nauseous. So I don't take them before going to bed, but that is a tip that I have seen that a lot of people have said worked for them. So if you want to try that out, go ahead and let me know how it works for you. So my 4th tip would be to take vitamin B6. I found it at Walmart on the like vitamin aisle, so I'm sure you could find it there too. The one that I have though is 100 milligrams per capsule, and you are supposed to take 25 milligrams 3 times a day. So I just cut the pill into like quarters and then I just take it 3 times a day. I found that it helps me, like as far as eating goes, it helps me keep the food down longer. I don't know if it's just me taking the pills, kind of like the placebo effect. It makes me think it's helping when it's not. But even if that's the case, it's helping. So, I mean, if that's what it is, then that's fine. I'll keep taking the vitamin. But even if it is helping, that's cool too. I know it's good for like metabolism support and digestion support. So I do think that it is actually doing something as far as food goes. Whether it's breaking down things and making it easier on my stomach or whatever it's doing. But I definitely would recommend taking vitamin B6. It's helped me, and I know it's helped many other people. So if you have been struggling with morning sickness and you've never heard of that, I would definitely give it a try. It's not gonna hurt you if it doesn't work. So definitely give that a try. It's definitely one that is worth it, in my opinion. So thing number 5 would be to avoid spicy foods. When I was not pregnant, that's all I would ever eat is spicy foods. I love spicy things, but another thing that I've seen on that pregnancy app is that a lot of people's sickness is triggered by spicy foods. I don't know if it's just something with their taste buds or something of that nature, but I still eat spicy foods. It doesn't really bother me that much from what I think. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel sick when I eat them, so maybe it's just that I'm used to eating spicy foods because I ate them so much before I was pregnant, and maybe like my taste buds and stuff haven't really changed that much. But a lot of people have said that spicy foods has become an aversion for them because whenever they're around it or they taste it, they just feel sick. So if you're not a big spicy food eater and you don't think that that's for you, then I would definitely avoid it because it could possibly potentially trigger sickness. So definitely avoid that if you're not a spicy food eater. Tip number 6 would be to wear loose clothing. I wear Fabletics leggings and I wear the Power Hold ones, so they like hold everything in, and they're honestly becoming too tight for me. So recently when I'm around my house, I just wear sweatpants that are like super oversized and super loose, because if I'm not feeling well, when I have tighter clothing around my stomach area, it just makes me feel worse. It feels like there's pressure pushing on my stomach, and then I feel like it's pushing all of like my nausea up to my mouth to come out. So I think wearing loose clothing definitely helps. Even if you just don't wear clothing at all, honestly, is if it makes you feel better, it makes you feel better. I personally do think, like, for me though, if like I'm laying in bed with Garrett and like we're cuddling, if he like puts his hand on my stomach, if I don't feel well, it like upsets me and makes me feel even worse. So definitely having things like touching my belly area when I'm not feeling well is something that makes me feel a million times worse. So wearing loose clothing is something that I've always done since I've like figured that out, because it helps me so much to feel more comfortable and to feel more relaxed, instead of constantly feeling like I'm wearing something too tight on my stomach and it's going to make me vomit and things of that nature. So definitely go out and buy yourself a pair of nice big baggy sweatpants if you don't already own them, and wear them all the time because they're amazing and they help me so much. And my last tip for you guys would be to avoid food triggers. So if you have any aversions, whether it's raw meat or coffee or soda or vegetables or whatever it is, if it makes you feel sick, then you should avoid it. Because recently when I've been like cooking raw chicken, like preparing it to be cooked, just the smell of it kind of like turns me away and kind of makes me feel gross. So I mean, I guess that's one of my aversions, you could say, but it's weird because once the chicken's cooked and it's fine, like I'm fine to eat it, but just preparing it raw is what like freaks me out and turns me away from it, like the smell of that. So definitely avoid food triggers if you do not want to be nauseous, because that is one of the biggest things that can make you nauseous, especially first thing in the morning. If you wake up and you walk in the kitchen and like your husband or boyfriend or whoever is cooking something for themselves to eat, and it's something that you hate the smell of, it's going to just turn you off and it's going to make you want to go get sick, and it's probably going to make you feel like crap for the rest of the day. So definitely avoid food triggers, because that is like one of the biggest things that I think can make you have morning sickness, or for me, I call it all day sickness, because recently I've been sick throughout the whole day. It comes and goes in waves. So yeah, definitely avoid that. But that's the last tip that I have for you guys. So hopefully one of those or a few of those can help you get through your morning sickness, help you through the first trimester. I'm not an expert. These are just the things that I've read, I've researched, and I've done that have helped me. So maybe they can help you as well. But I appreciate you guys for coming and watching this video. If you made it this far, definitely check back for my next video. It's going to be a gender predictions. So kind of like sweet and salty equals boy or girl kind of thing, and I can tell you guys like how I've been feeling and what kind of indicates towards what gender. And that's also going to be fun because I did a sneak peek gender test recently, so I'm going to be getting the results back for that, and then we're going to be doing a gender reveal so we can kind of see the results of that versus like the gender predictions and see if those are right or wrong. So definitely check back for that, but that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.